want to turn towards our election intelligence dashboard for our viewers to understand what really went down in the state of Uttar Pradesh. A quick look at Uttar Pradesh, and let's just, viewers, look at the vote share where UP was concerned. It's interesting if you look at it how it's changed. 44% for the NDA and 44% for the India Alliance. In the history of Uttar Pradesh, it has never happened where you've had a vote share such as this, where both parties that have been facing off have equal vote share, 44% each. And hugely, the responsibility of that has come in from Akhilesh Yadav and the TMC. Let's take a look at now some of the direct fights that have taken place between the BJP, the Congress, as well as the BJP and the Samajwadi Party. This is what it looks like. 17 seats. The Congress was fighting directly against the Bharatiya Janata Party, and out of that, the BJP won 11 and the Congress won 6. 6 of the 17 direct fights in UP were won by the Congress, where the Bharatiya Janata Party is concerned. But the big picture lies in this number, viewers, that is BJP versus the Samajwadi Party. And this direct fight tells you the picture of why the UP map looks the way it does right now. 56 seats the BJP was facing off directly with the Samajwadi Party, and look at that, viewers, 21 has been the only number of seats that have been won in a direct contest between the BJP and the Samajwadi Party by the BJP, and that number for the Samajwadi Party in a direct contest on these 56 with the BJP is 35. So the Samajwadi Party clearly winning in a lot more in the direct fights where the BJP is concerned. I want to cut across back right now to my colleague Rahul Gautam, who's with us. On one hand, you've had the BJP-led NDA, which is holding a meeting which of course held the meeting. The meeting's concluded at the 7 Lok Kalyan Marg. The other one taking place right now, where Rahul Gautam is standing, getting us more. We are also going to turn around to our election intelligence dashboards to get you, some of the trivia in there. The women candidates, how did it pan out in terms of the defectors? And that's an interesting one, because both sides, the BJP primarily had more defectors, but Rahul Gautam getting you in on this before we get down to the trivia of data in this election result. The question I ask you, there are two camps right now, Rahul, within the India Alliance. One camp, the TMC, the Uddhav Sena, wanting the India Alliance to go for the kill without any substance, in terms of holding on to the number of votes. They want to get the India Alliance to move towards claiming government, to stake claim on government formation. The other one, Samajwadi Party, Congress saying, let's sit back, let's sit in the opposition and wait and watch.
Well, you rightly pointed out that there are two type of voices that are coming out from this India meeting. See, we have to really understand that Congress is the biggest party of India bloc, and I myself spoke with my sources, and they told me that it's going to be extremely challenging for them, and therefore they don't want to get into this, because the numbers are just not in their favor. Cobbling a majority wherein you have you're close to 230, you'll be needing somewhere around 42 more seats. Then how are you going to cobble up the majority? And then they also want to ensure that it just not should be seen that they are power hungry or they are ready to do compromises. So this is the argument that has been put forward by Akhilesh Yadav and Congress Party, that we should sit in opposition and we should corner the government on issues, or maybe rather wait for this government, so that possibly some differences that might arise maybe 6 months down the lane or 1 year after the advent, and then we can take a call. But then there are other voices that want that no, we should not wait. We should not waste the time.
And those voices, Rahul, have been bolstered by the cadre, even of the Congress and the Samajwadi Party. Very excited. They haven't seen a moment like this, even though they don't have the numbers, but they have substantial numbers than the ones they've ever had. With these pictures, the UP ke ladke seem to have turned UP in their favor. But ultimately, the fact is, viewers, whichever way you look at it, it has been the NDA that has won the day, and emphatically so. What really worked for the BJP, because where the Hindi heartland was concerned, There the BJP faltered. But it is the East Coast. Look at it, where the NDA gained maximum seats. Odisha, you have the BJP that swept where Odisha was concerned. The state of Andhra Pradesh swept by the TDP, as well as the BJP making gains where Andhra Pradesh was concerned. So both these states, the state of Odisha and the state of Andhra Pradesh, is where the NDA made gains. On the other hand, where NDA lost majorly, you had Uttar Pradesh, the NDA stood at just 35. Maharashtra was another state where the NDA lost majorly. Rajasthan was another state, Haryana. But these three states which saw the NDA lose many seats in totality, the Hindi heartland of sorts, but making inroads where the East Coast is concerned. Not West Bengal, but they did also lose in West Bengal, but Odisha and Andhra Pradesh, and of course Madhya Pradesh, the banker state for the Bharatiya Janata Party there.